Welcome to Minsc, beloved Rangers. As far as our opening hand goes, yeah, we'll keep on this one. I like it. This is interesting. We've got a board wipe. We've got Sword of Feast and Famine. We've got Enlightened Tutor for Mana Crypt, which sounds like a pretty good plan. So let's do that. So let's go and Shock in Temple Garden. And we're playing against Maelstrom Wanderer. So we definitely want to be aggressive on this one. So let's go ahead and go for Enlightened Tutor. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves a Mana Crypt. Let's get this popped down. Where are you, Mana Crypt? There we go. Let's put that on top. And then anything else, let's go and pass the turn over to our opponent. But yes, welcome to Minsc, beloved Ranger. Hope you're excited to get some hamster, some pocket sand hamster going today. That is the name of the game, Hamster Voltron. So we're playing Minsc, beloved Ranger. Boo, you didn't know, that's the name of the token. Very much. Yeah, I don't know. I love it. All right, so let's go and make the land drop for the turn. It's going to be 4 us. Let's drop in Mana Crypt. That's going to be 1, 2. And I think what we end up dropping in is Hero's Blade. I think I kind of like that. That way we can set it up for next turn. I think that sounds like a good... We could try to go for Sword of Feast and Famine, but we can always try to do that next turn. And especially if we don't hit the land drop, then we go for Sword of Feast and Famine. So anything else, let's go ahead and pass the turn over to our opponent. We're playing Minsc, beloved Ranger. Whenever Minsc enters the battlefield, create Boo, a legendary 1/1 red hamster creature token with trample and haste. Then for an activated ability of X, target creature you control has base power toughness XX and becomes a giant in addition to its other abilities. Only activate this when you can go for a sorcery. So we'll try to keep that in mind. And if I forget about the X ability, I do apologize. Sometimes I forget about little random stuff like that. So I'm just going to choose Tails on this Mana Crypt trigger. 1 the flip. We are 1 for 1 on those. And then, we do run into the land. So let's go and grab Prismatic Vista. And yeah, I kind of like going for this. So let's go and drop, let's crack Prismatic Vista. Let's go and grab ourselves another color source. I think what we'll end up doing is grabbing, we'll grab white on this one. That way we at least have access to that. Let's drop in Minsc. Let's have some fun. That's going to be white. Let's tap down red. And let's tap down for green. Let's have Minsc enter the battlefield. That's going to be a 3/3. And I think what we'll end up doing is let's put the Hero's Blade trigger on the stack first. And let's put the Legendary Boo trigger on the stack. We could get Hero's Blade going on to Boo if we wanted to. It does have haste and trample, and I think we will. I kind of like that. So yes, we'll definitely use that ability. And not going to use the Hero's Blade ability for Minsc. And let's go and swing in for a 4/3. Oh yeah, look at this. We're here to have some fun. Let's go and get the hamster damage going. All right, so swinging in for a 4/3. That will drop them down to 36. And then anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn over to our opponent. Play against Maelstrom Wanderer, the man who rides on a horse with no name. Creatures you control have haste, then Cascade and Cascade. So we did cover both commanders. We'll jump into some ad spots here in just a second. Let's go and choose Tails on this Mana Crypt trigger. Lost the flip. We were 1 for 2 on those. And we run into Blacksmith's Skill. Okay, so yeah, let's give this a shot. So let's go Sword of Feast and Famine. That's going to be 1, 2. That does shut us off Heroic Intervention, but I like getting this down because we do have the mana to equip it on there. Let's go and put it on to Sword of Feast and Famine. That's going to be 1 and 2 on the Minsc. Yeah, look at that. All right, so let's go and swing it with the entire crew. We got 9 coming across. It's going to drop it down to 27, and we get the Sword of Feast and Famine trigger. Oh yeah, I'm digging this. Hopefully we can untap. Yeah, there we go. Because we've got Blacksmith Skill and Heroic Intervention to protect our board state. Anything else? Yeah, we kick it back over there to our opponent. But yeah, we did cover both commanders. Give a quick shout out to our sponsors, TCG Player. If you go to bit.ly/JoltMTG, that will apply my affiliate link. That'll allow you to get some cards and help support the channel at the same time. So if you use that link, much obliged. Certainly appreciate it. So give a quick shout out to MTGOTraders and Ink Gaming. And last but not least, I started a Patreon. So if you'd like to directly support cool content like this, there's a link down in the description below. But if you're keeping score at home, in your hamster cage, it is officially free time, so let's have some fun. Now, let's see if we can't get in for a little bit more damage. Let's get it going. Let's choose Tails on this one. Lost the flip. We are 1 for 3 on those. And then we run into single combat. Okay, so yeah, let's keep it going. Let's go and push in with the crew. And I guess technically we could be going for commander damage with Minsc, but to be honest, I built this deck to get in as much hamster damage as possible. And that's the name of the game. That's what we're going for. So let's go and swing in with the entire crew. And that'll be another Sword of Feast and Famine. Yeah, that's fine. Let's go for it. That'll make them discard. And we'll get that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they're still a couple away from Maelstrom Wanderer. At least the good thing right now is that we are kind of attacking their hand and making them discard some stuff, which is pretty good. All right, so they get rid of Vivian. And then anything else, no, we'll kick it back over there. So, but yeah, we're sitting pretty good right now. We'll see if we can't close it out. You know, one of the downsides to Maelstrom Wonders, once they do finally get to that 8 mana and they get the cascade going and all that craziness, that it's a little bit hard to deal with sometimes. But if we can kind of keep the pressure up, we can definitely have some fun with this. So see what this is going to be. This is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to be Jace the Mind Sculptor. And at the very least, if they try to send something back to the hand, we've got Heroic Intervention. We can just basically go for Blacksmith Skill. Yeah, I like this. Look at this. All right, so we're going to have Blacksmith Skill on Boo. And one of the good things about Jace... All right, POTUS is going to scoop. We get Maelstrom Wonder to scoop. I'll take that. Not a complete game, but hey, we got the hamster damage win right there. Kinda. But anyway, if you enjoyed the video, yeah, look at that. Little hamster making Jace mad. Anyway, I'll catch you in the next game. All right, bye. Welcome to Minsc, Beloved Ranger. We've got rematch with Maelstrom Wonder. As far as opening hand goes, we've got 2 lands with Kodama's Reach. And yeah, we'll keep on this one. I like this. So we can make this work. And I think we're on the, yeah, we're on the play. So hopefully we run into another land. But yeah, we've got 2 color sources in our hand. We've got Sword of the Animus to get some extra lands on the battlefield. We'll see if we can get, I don't know how I'm going to string these games together. So I'm going to, more than likely I'll have them back to back. But we got the rematch with Maelstrom. Yeah, well, I'll go and post them that sequence. But anyway, we've got to see if we can't get Maelstrom Wonder again and have some fun with it. At the very least, we've got, yeah, let's do this. So we end up dropping in Plateau. Let's drop in Psy, and let's drop in Rog. I kind of like that. All right, drop in Rog. We'll put Psy onto Rog. Yes, definitely use that ability. And then anything else, let's go and pass the turn over to our opponent. So we got a 1-2 on the battlefield to get the clock going. I like it. We're playing Minsc, Beloved Ranger. Whenever Minsc enters the battlefield, create a legendary 1/1 red hamster creature token named Boo with trample and haste. All right, so we do hit the lane for the turn. Let's go and drop in Wooded Foothills. Let's go ahead and swing in for 1. Let's get the damage going. Have some fun with it. All right, so we got Rog swinging in for 1. It's going to drop our opponent down to 39. Look at that. And then we'll go ahead and crack Wooded Foothills. And we'll probably end up grabbing a red-green source. Let's get this popped out. There we go. In our second main phase, get it popped out. I guess we'll just go ahead and grab Taiga. Taiga Uppercut. All right, so we'll get Taiga down. Let's go for Sword of the Animist. And then anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn over to our opponent. But yes, with Minsc, it does have the activated ability of X. Target creature gets XX until end of turn, and it becomes a giant. Activate this only as a sorcery. So very good, very nice. Play against Maelstrom Wonder. Creatures you control have haste, and then there we go. Cascade and Cascade. So it's officially free time. Let's have some fun. That's going to be Arcane Signet on the battlefield. We can end up going for Sword of the Animist if we wanted to. Let's go and get Savannah down. We can equip Sword of the Animist. That will give us an extra land on the battlefield, or we can just straight up just Kodama's Reach, which I think I kind of like that just a little bit better. Or we can drop in Minsc, which would be another good option. Yeah, I think, let's do this. So let's go and swing in for a 1-2, because I think if we're going to do anything, we're either going to do Minsc or Kodama's Reach. So let's go and swing in for a 1-2. I'm just going to drop our opponent down to 37, and let's get Minsc going. That does cut us off going for Nettle next turn. Yeah, let's do this. So let's go Kodama's Reach. I think what we want to end up doing on this is we end up going Kodama's Reach, and we get the land down. That's going to be 4. And let's grab ourselves Mountain, and let's go and grab ourselves 1 more white source, because we do have, let's go and put Mountain onto the battlefield, Plains into our hand. Let's go and click OK on that one, and then anything else, pass it back over to our opponent. But yeah, next turn, we're going to have 5 mana, which does allow us to end up going for Nettle Cyst, and that allows us to put it onto Rog, and that'll give it +1/+1. And then hopefully we can just kind of keep the value trend going with Rog. You know, we can try to go for Minsc, but we've got some good stuff moving on our side right now. So let's go and drop in Plains. Let's drop in Nettle. That's going to be 1, 2, 3. And that will be a living creature, but I think at this point we just want to end up equipping it on there. That'll be fine for us. So let's get Nettle down. And we can attach it to it, but it doesn't have haste, so we're just simply just going to, we'll pass on that one. Let's go and move Nettle over onto Rog. Make Rog very happy. Make it a 4/5, and let's go and push him for a 4/5 first strike with trample. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, so we got Rog swinging in. At the very least, we're going to get in for a ton of Rog damage, which makes me very, very happy. And then anything else past the turn. So one thing that we are looking for, we do have a lot of protection in here. We got Heroic Intervention. We got, what is it? The Blacksmith skill. We got Fight as 1. So we do have a lot of good protection for our creatures. So if we do have Rog out there and we get a few more stuff on there, Trailblazer's Boots, Sword of the Animist, that's going to be Hydra. Okay. Let's see what land they end up grabbing. It could be Maze of It. No, excuse me. They're going to go for Ancient Tomb. Okay. All right, and then we run into single combat. Okay. So let's go and drop in the lane for the turn. That's going to be Bloodstained Mire. Let's get Sword of the Animist onto Rog. That's going to be 1/2. Let's go ahead and crack Bloodstained Mire. Let's go ahead and drop in. That way we're not, I mean, I don't think it's going to matter, but we'll just go ahead and grab Mountain. That way we're not taking any damage. Let's go Trailblazer's Boots. And our opponent does have a non-basic over there, which will help us out. So let's go Trailblazer's Boots onto Rog. Oh, look at this. I'm digging it. All right, so let's go swing in for a 6/7. And if things get nutty with Maelstrom Wonder, we can at least go for single combat, and that'll still kind of be like a one-sided board wipe. So let's go and swing in with the 6/7. We're going to be able to put an extra land onto the battlefield with Sword of the Animist. And since we only do have 2 green sources, we're going to go and grab a forest on this one. So let's get the forest down. Swinging in for a 6. And I'll drop them down to 27. Yeah, and then anything else, let's go and pass the turn over to our opponent. There we go. But yeah, this is what we're wanting to do with Minsc. We're also in a spot right now where we could go for Minsc if we wanted to. But I think at this point, actually, we probably will end up getting Minsc down. Because next turn, we can get Minsc. This is going to be 1, 2, 3. And then we can go for the activated ability for 4. Which will give us some extra ability. But if they end up going Maelstrom Wanderer, we'll probably end up just going for single combat. That's going to be Goreclaw. And that'll be Mystical Tutor. So we'll see what this Mystical Tutor is. Unfortunately, we'll see what the reveal is off of that Mystical Tutor. It looks like that was going to be Genesis Ultimatum, potentially, with that Mystical Tutor. Okay, so they get the entire crew swinging in. That's going to be +4. And that's a pretty good chunk of damage right there. Let's see what they drop us down to. That's going to be 19. And then we run into 3 visits. Okay. So we're going to take a pretty big hit next turn, so we do need to end up going for this single combat. So let's go 3 visits first. It's going to be tapping down for Mountain. Let's get a forest onto the battlefield, and we'll end up grabbing, I think we'll just end up grabbing Temple Garden. Let's go ahead and click, not gonna pay 2 life on that one. Let's go single combat. Each player chooses a creature they control, so we're going to end up choosing Rog. We'll see who they decide to end up choosing. It's not going to matter, really, other than, I guess, if they wanted to keep Hydra out there, because that's going to be one of the best creatures that they can have with the number of lands that they're getting out there, or they're going to leave Goreclaw out there. Okay. All right, so let's go and swing in with the Rog. Push him with Rog. That's going to be a 6/7. Just look at Rog with all the equipment over there. Yes, we'll definitely use that ability. We'll grab ourselves another forest. Put that onto the battlefield tapped. Going to drop them down to 19, yeah, we got ourselves a little damage race, and then anything else will pass the turn. But yes, next turn, we do have the Minsc line of play, and we get Minsc down. That's going to be a 1/1 hamster with trample and haste. Then we can tap out, because we're actually in a pretty good spot to get Minsc down, because it's going to be 1, 2, 3. We can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'll be 6. That'll be 12. That won't be enough to close it out, but at least that'll be a really big attack on their life total. They did tutor for Genesis Ultimatum. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, and excuse me, they do have Chromatic Lanterns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's see if this Genesis Ultimatum, how this works out. So that's going to be, look at the top 5 cards in your library, put any number of permanent cards on the battlefield and the rest into your hand. So we'll see what this Genesis Ultimatum reveals. Maybe they whiff on that. You know, it wouldn't be the end of the world if they do, but we'll see. All right, so we're going to get a Genesis Ultimatum coming down. Let's see what this is. And we do have the, oh, and actually this is not a reveal. So we'll cross off Mystical Tutor. Enters the battlefield, creatures you control gain double strike until end of turn. Okay. So that's going to be 8. That's going to drop us down to 11. Which will be interesting. All right, so let's cross off the island, cross off Goreclaw, and we can get rid of Genesis Ultimatum. That's going to make it a 6. Oh, man. They might end up having it next turn. That's going to be 14. Let's see what we rip into. I'm not sure what we can draw into to make this happen, but we're going to give it our best. Run into Brushland. Well, you know, that is a land. So let's get the land down. That's going to be Brushland. Let's go for Minsc. Let's go ahead and cast Minsc. Oh, and excuse me, we've got single combat active. All right, so that is stopping us from going for Minsc. Okay, so there we go. I totally forgot about that that extra clause right there. So let's go and push in with ROG. Magic Online is keeping us honest on this one, and we can hold back ROG, but they're also going to have double strike. Well, they're going to gain double strike until end of turn, but either way, they're going to have in the air. So let's go and swing across for a 6/7. We could have gone for miss, but even then, with that single combat, we're not going to be able to get it done. And it looks like our opponent's going to get it. So we'll grab ourselves a mountain, put that onto the battlefield, swing in for a 6/7. But to get in a this much ROG damage, we'll take it. So we're looking at 27 points of ROG damage. Oh, yeah, I like that. So, all right, so they're going to have 10 double strike in the air, and that's going to be 4 coming across. We have no more lands in the hand. But yeah, with that single combat, unfortunately, I forgot about that. Players can't cast creature or planeswalker spells until the end of your next turn. So they're going to get in on this one. So good game to our opponent. They're going to get the rematch on this one. At least we made them sweat for a little bit. That's the main thing right there. So, but anyway, if you enjoyed your time with Minsc and you really enjoyed seeing ROG out there carrying all this equipment, hey, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.